Hey guys, this is What If here. It's time to talk about the Cup Series race in Michigan today and just how everything went. Honestly, there's not like a ton to talk about, which is a good thing because last week was such a colossal disaster and a nightmare on so many levels. It's nice to just get back to a little bit of normalcy. And this race was it delivered. It delivered on many different fronts. It wasn't perfect, but it delivered on a pretty rock solid race. Um, there was battles for the lead. Positions were definitely swapping here and there, and it was pretty good from flag to flag, just about. I mean, it was really good. And there's multiple different leaders throughout the race, and just looking at race and reference here, clearly like Hamlin and Bo Wallace actually kind of had the two best cars of the race based on everything. And yeah, it was just things played out for the most part. Every yellow that occurred wasn't atrocious, where it's like inconsistent. A lot of it was actually good calls. There was a monstrous wreck at the beginning of the race because J.G. Haley, for whatever reason, thought, hey, after the competition yell, I'm going to stay out. And I'm a slow car in front of a lot of other faster cars that just pit. It led to a disaster. And he wrecked himself and destroyed the field. So, props to him and his crew chief for a horrific call. And this is once more why I don't even know why he's even in this series. I don't know why he's still racing. But it was kind of pathetic. So, that was funny. And he took out Kyle Busch and Cindric, which... it was just gross. I'm not surprised he did something stupid, but yeah, it was just a really awful call to be out there way ahead of other people like that. It's kind of like the Cole Witt situation at Homestead where he stayed out on a green white checkered and ruined the whole championship, which, well, it's not on that level, but it's just like, why? So, yeah, just dumb. That was really the big highlight of the day in terms of incidents. But after that, it went green for the rest of the way, and Christopher Bell won stage 1, I believe. So, yeah, he won stage 1, so. Yeah, Christopher Bell was actually really competitive today. He was really, pretty good. So, yeah, it was, nice to see that. He's kind of had an up and down year, it seemed like, but, it's good that he had a pretty good car. I mean, he kind of ruined it for himself later in the day, but, yeah, then stage 2 happened. Hamlin won that. There was nothing much that occurred in stage 2 other than Cole Custer's car becoming a nuclear bomb and exploded, which is the second week in a row we've seen a car like catch on fire like that. So interesting. Don't know if that means anything, but interesting. Gregson wrecked, which I thought was glorious. And NBC, for almost whatever reason, didn't really have too much of a great angle of that for a while. And then they were showing Ty Gibbs scrape the wall at a weird time because they're talking about Gregson wrecking. And it was weird. I don't know. Bizarre camera angles and decisions there, but whatever. Then it went green the rest of the way after that. And then Hamlin won, which seemed like he had the card beat based on just how he was, running throughout the whole day. And then we get into the last stage where it really only had one yellow. And it was between, Chastain and Bell, which usually I rip on Chastain for being stupid on track, but this is one of those instances where it wasn't his fault, and kind of Bell just moved up the track and just wrecked himself across Chastain's nose, so that was weird, and at least we had a green flag that was long enough to actually have green flag pit stops. That was kind of cool. We don't always get those, so that was nice. And then the race went green the rest of the way for the next about 35 laps, so. And then that's where the race kind of got interesting. Again, it's almost like as if stages break up the flow of the race. And when you have a green flag run, things kind of got interesting a bit. So during that 35 lap stint, it wasn't. This is the part of the race where it wasn't too interesting. Because once we had that restart, Harvick just kind of pulled away. And Logano held up Bubba forever because Logano's a douche. And just, I'm not saying he shouldn't have gone out of the way, but typical Logano holding people up or doing something stupid. It was a form of stupid. Then again, maybe Bubba should have gotten in front of him quicker. I don't know, but yeah, once Bubba got by Logano, it was just too late. He was like 4 seconds ahead of Harvick was 4 seconds up the road, so there was not a whole lot he could do by that point. So the race, the ending of that, despite everything else being pretty good throughout most of it, kind of a lackluster finish. So thanks to Logano for screwing that up. Hamlin had a speeding penalty, and then he had to move up through the field, and he somehow got third after all, which is insane. But yeah, Harvick kind of comes back with a dub. Didn't expect that today. He was really nowhere until the last stage, so I don't know, but yeah. Ty Gibbs with the top 10, first top 10. That was pretty cool. Eric Jones actually was really good throughout the whole day, so another really solid run for him. Yeah. The only couple of problems I had with the race was just that last bit at the end of the race. It wasn't an exciting finish or super interesting, but that's okay. And then the tire wear didn't seem that severe. People were like at different points of the race. Some people were taking 2 tires, some people weren't taking any. So luckily, this is one of those cases where it seemed like tire wear, though wasn't a factor, it seemed like the race was still pretty competitive, and there was people were able to pass to an extent. It was definitely difficult to pass, but it wasn't impossible. I would like to see more tire fall off, so tires kind of mattered. But it was a rock solid, good race. Not on the level like Auto Club earlier this year, but it was really good. I was thoroughly entertained. I did not want to die. I did not want to fall asleep either. So that was a monstrously big improvement. So yeah, I was pretty content with this. Yeah, I don't really know what more to say other than kind of the other instance why the playoff format's kind of stupid, because now we're in a situation where Truex is out because he doesn't have a win, and Harvick is, I don't even know where he is in points, like normally. I don't know, but yeah, so yeah, because of Harvick's win, it boots Truex out, who's 4th in points. It's kind of assy. Kind of sets a bad precedent of wins mean more than consistency, so I don't know. I don't like that. That's about as blunt as I can be with it, but yeah, I don't know, but quite unfortunate. Either way, yeah, I think that's about it. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot to talk about. It was a pretty solid race. Things kind of came and went. Really, the only reason, I mean, I was going to give this race probably a higher rating, but because the finish wasn't too exciting, and as well as tire wear didn't seem to be as strong as it really should have, which in most races that would be kind of a bad sign that like the race would be trash, but luckily there was passing even despite that, so it worked out, luckily. But I would like to see more tire fall off and it mean a little more something. So that's about it. Surprised the race even started today, because it seemed like, based on the rain radar, it looked like it wasn't going to be happening at all. And then just the rain cells kind of just disappeared. So that was kind of good. So there was only maybe like an hour rain delay. Then it started like, 4 instead of 3. Though NASCAR cleverly thought, hey, instead of, we're going to start the race at 3, we're going to make it start at 3:01. That will fix the rain delay. It's like, what? I'm just... that about 1 minute changed everything, didn't it? That's bizarre. But yeah, I mean, it was a solid race. I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. I usually don't do decibels, but I was almost going to give it an 8 if the finish was a little bit better. And Logano maybe didn't become a soy boy sub-8 male beta cuck. Maybe this would have been an 8, but, Logano kind of ruined it, which it's nothing new for Logano to ruin something, so I do want to reiterate, it's not, he doing what he needed to do to defend his position, but it's like, starting to kind of become a problem when like 5-6 cars are starting to catch him. I don't know, whatever. Bubba had a good run. So, I guess good to him. I don't know. Yeah, that's it. I don't know what more to say. But yeah, that'll do it for me. That's my thoughts. We'll see what next week delivers. I don't know how that's going to be. I mean, tire strategy kind of saved that race, so maybe it'll be the same thing again. I don't know, but we'll have to wait and see. But for now, that'll do it for me. I'll see you all in the next race and next video of this and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, take care and have a good day, everyone.